Hey guys, Bryan Lebo here with your April Las Vegas update video. Now, nothing really revolutionary occurred last month, so today we're going to cover the typical analytics and wrap this up relatively quickly. Okay, first up are the NODs, or Notices of Default. Now, we monitor these filings since it dictates the amount of potential foreclosures that are coming down the pipeline. For some reason, the county's behind on reporting, so I'm still missing the last 2 days of March, despite being 2 weeks already into April. As you can see on the screen right now, for the past few months, we've fluctuated between 600 to 800 filings. So far in March, we have 807 filings, which came out to about 40 per day. Now, this is how I estimated we'll have about 887 filings this month. Like I've been saying for over a year now, I don't see any significant foreclosure activity affecting our market anytime soon. Even though we're filing about 600 to 800 foreclosure notices a month, we're only seeing about 300 to 400 foreclosed homes on the market at any given time. Okay, next, let's check out the inventory levels. As you can see on the screen right now, we ended March with only 7,178 homes on the market. This was a 3% reduction from our inventory levels back in February. Now, more interesting is the fact that our inventory has dropped for 10 straight weeks. Even more nuts is the fact that for the past 20 weeks, we've only seen 2 weeks where our inventory actually went up. Now, later we'll discuss what impact this has on our market. Now let's break down our inventory. 11.6% of our market are short sales, 4.7% are foreclosures, and a whopping 83.6% are normal or, traditional sales. Going back a year, the only difference I really see is that we're seeing less short sales and more traditional sales. But the margin is only about 1 to 2% really. Obviously, the more the prices go up, the fewer short sales there are. Okay, let's talk about sales now. If you remember from last month's video, our February sales were under 2,000 and utterly dismal. Well, last month, sales went through the roof. We sold 2,486 homes in March. This was a 5% increase from March of last year, where we sold 2,368 homes. Now, to put this in perspective, the last time we had a month that beat the previous year's month was way back in September of 2013. That's 17 months of year-over-year declining sales. All right, now, since we sold so many homes last month, what effect did it have on our median price? Well, surprisingly, our median price actually went down slightly from February. We went from a median price of $202,000 in February to $1,575. So realistically, it's a real negligible difference. It's a 5% increase from last March, but realistically, we topped off at $200,000 back in July. So for almost a year now, the median price really hasn't changed much. Okay, now it's time to try to make some sense out of all this. As I've covered for almost a year now, our biggest issue has been overpriced sellers. With recent media attention and complaints from buyers and realtors, we're finally seeing more realistic sellers on the market. Obviously, demand is there, since we just had a record sales month. The issue has been with the supply or inventory side. We peaked at the end of October at 8,200 homes. Now we're down to just over 7,100 homes. The main issue is that even though we're down 1,000 homes in only 5 months, about half of the homes on the market were just so overpriced, buyers couldn't even buy them. Now that we're finally seeing new sellers price their homes fairly and lingering listings just start to reduce their prices in line with the fair market, we finally have some real inventory to work with. Realistically, the market is fantastic right now for sellers. Last month, I saw plenty of homes that were listed and sold within a week. Why? Because they were fairly priced and buyers jumped on them. There's a ton of pent-up demand still out there. Since prices aren't going up anymore, buyers just don't feel pressured like they used to. As a result, there's a ton of buyers out there simply just waiting for the right home at the right price. to come along. But the market, along with the weather, is really starting to heat up right now. I think we're actually going to see some great sales numbers in the forthcoming months. Now, my only area of concern has to do with the overall inventory. If the inventory continues to decrease, this could actually start to affect prices if too many buyers start competing for the same properties. Well, that's it for this month, guys. Thank you again for watching. Please click here to subscribe and have a fantastic April, everyone.